This one's gonna be fun. Okay. Okay. Alright, guys, gals, and everything in between. A little bit of a different video for you today. Yes, I know I've been gone for a very long time. There's a reason for that. You're actually going to be getting a video about that soon. We're going to start this on a lighter note. A lot of things have been happening and changing in my life for the better. I can't wait to do a full-on life update video for you. I haven't done one in a few years, so yeah, it's a really good thing. But anyways, so this is kind of an open letter to Hollywood producers, TV producers, the BBC, all of these people in the film business, in those positions of power. And I went to go see The Forever Purge today. And that was actually going to be the review I was going to give to you today. On top of a few others. I'm playing catch up. But I walked out of the movie. I couldn't take it anymore. I have always tried to stay pretty politically neutral on this channel. Because I understand that there's audience members on the left and audience members on the right and audience members right in the middle. I don't need to politically berate you, especially in the era of our modern news cycle. But I can't anymore. I have to at least vocalize and protest my opinion on this. And I'm sure I will get in trouble by YouTube for some random excuse. Regardless, it wouldn't be the first time that I've had people lash out at me, so I don't care. But okay, I always saw movies as my great escape from a lot of the hardships that are life, and I understand there are some movies that are more politically driven than others. The Purge, while it had some political undertones, you could still watch it as an escapist, turn off your brain for a couple hours action film. And The Forever Purge was so blatantly insulting to one major demographic of people, I just couldn't take it anymore. I'm done. This is an open letter to you Hollywood folk. I get it. You hate white people, you hate Republicans, you hate conservatives, libertarians, basically anyone who's not a democratic socialist. That's really what it comes down to. And movies, sports, all of these things, it's constant. Movies and sports historically have always been a great escape where we can all unite together on one common cause or just escape and enjoy something together like a movie. It didn't matter who the person next to you voted for when you're in that movie screen and the lights go down. They just had a fun movie and everybody just had a grand old time. And now it's turned into every movie, every TV show has to have some political message. It's been going around that the new Alien TV show, the showrunner was talking about how basically if we keep up with this modern capitalist society and our current inequality, that's what the Alien TV show is about. That's not Alien. That's not Alien. Just like The Purge, you could have had some political jabs in there. I don't care about that. But making it so insultingly heavily handed that white, southern, Christian people, and I'm not even Christian, by the way, but I get insulted on behalf of them. But white, conservative, Christian, Southerners, you are evil, we don't like you. And I'm sorry, it's just blatantly insulting to the audience. I've mentioned it before, I live in Oklahoma. I do not encounter a lot of this stuff, and actually most of my friends here are not white, by the way. And it's just one of those things that you see these labels put on things, and it's like that's what Hollywood perceives. Which is why I'm just sick and tired of every movie having some kind of reference to, like, just the way of life in America is terrible. And I'm just done with it. it's one of the reasons I've pulled back on a lot of reviews, because I'm getting tired of just being told that an entire group of people are just shitty. Yeah, there will be some profanity throughout this. Like BBC, for instance. I mean, the Doctor Who New Year's special turned into basically Trump is the most evil person on this planet. If you like Trump, great. If you don't, great. That's your business. But Doctor Who was never like that. Everyone, mostly people on the left, will argue that Doctor Who has always been politically driven. I'm sorry, but if you look at especially like Russell T Davies era and things like that, he had political messages in there, but it was very much everyone could watch it. And now it's like, oh, we hate Republicans, we hate Christians. They started doing this around the Capaldi era, and Capaldi's my favorite Doctor, by the way. And I got so fed up that I turned it off. I got so done. I mean, I finished the Doctor Who New Year's special, but like halfway through that season, I stopped watching because I was so tired of being told that capitalism sucks, America sucks, Trump is evil. Insert any political message. The climate is killing us. Can you just make entertainment so people can just escape for an hour from the 24-hour news cycle? There's a reason I deleted my Twitter. I was just sick of opening it and seeing how everybody hates everybody. I don't hate everybody. And hey, I've been called so many things when people find out, like, my political leanings in overall life. I've been called so many awful things when I was in film school. Now, this is coming from somebody who wanted to make movies. I still make movies on one of my other channels, and believe it or not, I keep them politically neutral. Who'd have thought you can do that these days? But I kept them politically neutral, and I went into film school with such optimism and hope, saying, oh, this is going to be so amazing. If teachers found out my leanings, I had one teacher flat out say, because of my viewpoints, that they weren't his, he wanted to set me on fire. I had to go to the dean of students multiple times to open up investigations on teachers who were producers in the industry, by the way. And they would threaten my life. They would threaten to destroy my career. I used to get messages all the time where they said they would go out of their way to make sure I never worked in that industry. And you know what? Especially seeing how things have become, I don't want to work in that industry. If I do film, I want to do independent. That's why I gave so much praise to the film Run, Hide, Fight that Daily Wire distributed it. Because it wasn't political. They didn't bash you with a political message the entire time. Where they sat there. I mean, yeah, believe it or not, there was a strong father figure who owned a gun and taught his daughter how to use it. Oh my God, if that's your political stance that's too radical, that a girl learned how to defend herself, then there's something wrong with you. But I'm just so tired. I'm a massive hockey fan, and luckily hockey's mostly stayed out of the political arena, as they should. But like NFL, you can't watch NFL or the NBA without being told that everything sucks and you gotta vote Democrat. It's so blatant, and I'm done with it. One of the best things that happened recently is I went to an Oklahoma City Dodgers baseball game, and not once did politics come up. I sat in a baseball stadium, had a beer, had a hot dog, and watched baseball for 3 hours, and not once did politics come up, and I was so relieved. And I was just happy. I felt lighter. Guys, gals, and everything in between. With the amount of politics you're injecting into TV shows, looking at you, Watchmen. If you're interjecting it into films, looking at you, 98% of movies. It warps you, and you just get angrier and angrier. And I'm done with it. Please, Hollywood, if you want to bring the masses back, you wondered why basketball had the lowest ratings ever, why the Oscars had the lowest ratings ever, why nighttime TV shows had the lowest ratings ever. It's because we're sick and tired of being told that if you're not exactly our demographic, you are evil and not welcome. I don't care your political leanings. I have worked with people professionally in the industry who are the opposite of me. I've worked with people who are the same as me. I've had I don't care. I don't care about your political ideologies. We're allowed to disagree. That is the beauty of this country. But you're ruining industries that I love. Like, you're making me not want to go see these movies anymore. Like, there's so many times now that I will miss a review because I will flat out be like, do I want to risk being told that if I'm right-leaning, I'm white, I'm evil? Do I want to risk being told how shitty I am all the time? And the answer most of the time is no, it's not worth it, which is why I started going to more sporting events like hockey and baseball than going to see movies. You're talking to the kid who used to see movies and go to the movie theater 3 or 4 times a week just because I love movies. And now, I don't even turn on my favorite show, Doctor Who, that changed my life. I used to literally build my day around Doctor Who. I don't even watch it anymore. I don't go to the movie theater as often anymore because I'm like, what's the point? I'm just going to be told I'm shitty. And I don't know, if you know me personally, I think all of you can attest to I'm not a shitty person, or at least I don't try to be. But, I mean, yeah, it's no secret. I mean, as I said, I try and maintain a neutrality on this platform on YouTube. But yes, I am right-leaning with some libertarian qualities because there's a lot of issues that I'm like, you do you, that doesn't bother me. But I have a lot of right-leaning issues. Okay, so stop telling me I'm evil, because I guarantee you if we were sitting down in a room having a conversation, I'm not thinking that you're a shithead and a bad person. But stop labeling people who think differently as you as a bad person is ultimately the message of the day. And you can put some zinger of a comment in there and be like, but Trump said this. I don't care. I don't care. I'm just saying, stop ruining these industries. We have to be berated at concerts. We have to be berated on TV, on everything. Everything. Which is why you see platforms like Louder with Crowder, The Daily Wire. You see all of these platforms exploding in popularity because they're not being told they're shitty people all the time on these platforms. Are you getting my vibe? I don't know how long I can rant about this, but again, it's just every time I go to the movies now, I feel like I'm being told I'm an evil, vile person, and I'm done with that. I'm really done with that, which is why I'm going to start walking out of more films, which means if some of my reviews don't show up, you're not, there's a reason. It's because I'm done with being told politically I suck. Here's a good example of one that rides that fine line, that never actually dips into badness. The Marksman with Liam Neeson. That had every opportunity to be a politically preachy film, and they didn't. They just made a fun, thrilling movie. That is what I'm getting at, people, is that you can make regular movies. We know you're capable of it because you did it for years until The Orange Man showed up. And now it's like, we gotta tell you. Like in the Forever Purge, the beginning talks about the fake news bias, the extremists, and all of this stuff, and they're buying into fake news platforms. Could you have said it any more obviously? That's less than 1 second into the movie, for God's sake. I enjoyed The Purge as an escapist film. And you ruined it, Hollywood. You ruined it, like you've ruined Doctor Who. Like you've ruined all of these other films. You constantly do it, and you make me not want to watch movies anymore. And movies are the thing that shaped who I am. When I'm saying I don't want to watch these movies, that breaks my heart. Because I love movies. I will continue to make movies, and I'm not going to be bashing how you are the evil one. I'm not doing it. Because why would I alienate people like that? There's no reason. It's just you being a dick. So, if you've learned anything from my ramblings today, it's that I'm probably going to see a lot less movies now. Because I'm really tired of being told how evil I am. I'm probably going to be watching a whole lot less sports, minus hockey. Because I'm tired of being told that I'm evil and we have to have a political message. We need our escape or we're gonna go crazy. I feel like I'm already going crazy because everywhere I go, everything I watch is I'm being told apparently I'm the devil. So I'm sorry guys, I'm evil. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be this vile person. But it wasn't necessarily just the Forever Purge. It's just that was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. Because I'm just tired of being told I'm evil. Because I like to think I'm not. I have some of the greatest friends in the world. And if you look at my movies, every single one of them, I love them to death. And I disagree with a lot of them. This has gone back to when literally I was 18 years old, being told I was evil and yelled at and screamed at and threatened with assault by people who were supposed to be teachers. And that school kind of ruined a lot of me. And I don't like to talk about it much, but this is the video to reference it. And I thought maybe that would go away over the years. And it didn't. It's only gotten worse. And we need to take a stand. So if you feel this way, if you feel politically like you're being used or you're being mistreated, it's okay to step away from the things that you love. It's okay to step away from that stuff because it's toxic and it's going to make things worse for you. Which is why I don't know what I'm going to do tonight, but probably just try and not find something political for once. And hopefully not be told that I'm an evil, radical, right-wing extremist that just wants to harm anybody who's different than me, because it's not the case. So YouTube, movies, Hollywood, this is my warning to you. Audiences are going to be leaving in more and more droves the more you just blatantly insult us like that. I mean, yeah, you'll keep your leftist audience, sure, but how big is that really? So, alright guys, gals, and everything in between, I'm encouraging all of you, take a stand. Stop letting them slap you across the face. And maybe, just maybe, this industry can get back to being what it was. Fun escapism. Love you guys.